Ever wondered what the future might look like? Picture this: flying cars and cities in the sky. Sound familiar? Our 19th century ancestors had similar dreams. But can we really predict the future? Discovery is a slow burn until suddenly it's not. Like a wildfire, it spreads in an instant. Take the light bulb, for example. Edison perfected it in 1879, and in 1880, it was illuminating homes everywhere. This rapid shift shows that speculating about the future is like playing a high-stakes game. Anything could happen. Now, imagine Saudi Arabia's linear city becoming a reality. If it succeeds, it might just rival Brad Bird's vision in Tomorrowland. The city is not just a wild dream, it's a meticulously planned vision of cutting-edge technology and forward-thinking design. It's Saudi Arabia's most ambitious venture yet. Initially envisioned to stretch 170 kilometers and house around 9 million people, a quarter of Saudi Arabia's 2022 population. The project has been scaled down to a sleek, high-tech strip, a few hundred meters wide and 2.4 kilometers long, covering 34 square kilometers. Despite the size reduction, officials insist the scope remains grand, with plans for a high-speed rail line and a home for 300,000 residents. Located in the Tabuk province of northwestern Saudi Arabia, the futuristic city is a marvel of engineering complexity. Think driverless cars, vertical farms, and a power grid running entirely on renewable energy, all overseen by AI. It's a part of the NEOM initiative under Saudi Vision 2030. NEOM combines the Greek word neo, new, with mustaqbal, forgive the pronunciation, Arabic for the future. Designed by Morphous Architects, led by Pritzker Prize-winning Tom Main. The project boasts top-tier international advisors to tackle the region's rugged terrain. The city will be built on struts, structural supports that transfer loads and maintain stability. This is going to be a city unlike any other, where the ground-level gap transforms into an entire living layer. No cars cluttering the streets, replaced instead by a high-speed train zipping across the city in just 20 minutes. Inside the towering buildings, vertical farms produce fresh greens, making city life not just futuristic, but also sustainable. The visionary city unfolds in 3 layers: a pedestrian-friendly surface, an underground network for infrastructure, and another subterranean level dedicated to transportation. Powered by cutting-edge artificial intelligence, the city will use predictive data models to enhance daily life. Residents even get paid for contributing their data, creating a symbiotic relationship between technology and inhabitants. This is The Line, a series of interconnected communities known as modules. Each module spans 800 meters in length and soars 500 meters high, forming a colossal structure of 135 such modules. In October 2022, drone footage from OT Sky confirmed the project's commencement, with excavation visible along the entire expanse. Shrouded in secrecy, architects signed confidentiality agreements, leaving no trace of The Line on their professional websites. Beneath the surface, small tunnels for an underground railway network dubbed The Spine are being carved out. Initially, plans boasted of trains reaching 510 kilometers per hour. On the northern side, away from the sea, a marina twice the size of existing ones is in the works, designed for pleasure boats and featuring a canal for ships. This ambitious plan involves crafting a tunnel and a canal through the entire length of the line. Now, with this glimpse into the linear city, it's clear we're looking at state-of-the-art sci-fi dreamscapes, if it ever becomes reality, and that's a significant if. The linear city promises much more, but it hinges on technologies that remain in the realm of imagination. Architect and planner Etienne Bou Abdou points out, the 3D images presented are not classical 3D architecture images, with designs leaning on video game creators. The project teases a lot of technology that we don't have today, with key aspects like energy and transportation relying on non-existent prototypes. Even if these advanced technologies were available, integrating them seamlessly presents a formidable challenge. Then there's the cost. The financial demands of building the line are staggering, with questions swirling about the sustainability of its funding. A mere fluctuation in oil prices could jeopardize the entire project's financial viability. And a big question arises: will the traditional population embrace this new city? Factor in Saudi Arabia's geopolitical and human rights issues, and international support seems precarious at best. Philip Oldfield from the University of New South Wales weighs in, suggesting that the quality of life hinges more on effective management than on striking visuals. He points out that the project's enormous carbon footprint, about 1.8 gigatons of CO2, thanks to the steel, glass, and concrete needed for such a towering structure. Oldfield also warns that the city's 170-kilometer length could form a formidable barrier to local ecosystems and migratory birds, akin to a massive highway, while its mirrored facade could be perilous for avian species. And the design? Well, it has its critics. Researchers from the Vienna Complexity Science Hub argue that a circular city, just 3.3 kilometers in diameter, would slash commuting times compared to a linear city. Imagine this: in a circular setup, two inhabitants would, on average, be just 2.9 kilometers apart. In a linear city, a staggering 57 kilometers. Meeting people would be a challenge in such a linear layout, with residents spread thinly across the vast distances. Only 1.2% of the population would be within walking distance of each other, compared to a circular city's 24%. This difference has significant implications for social interaction, a cornerstone of human life. Walking and cycling would also be less appealing, as the linear city design prevents you from looping back conveniently, unlike in traditional cities. And those fast trains, they might not be necessary in a circular model. In a linear city, travel time becomes disproportionately long, and any disruption to the railway line could grind the entire city to a halt. Privacy concerns also loom large. The city's data collection policies could subject residents to constant surveillance. Given Saudi Arabia's checkered human rights record, fears of potential data misuse are not unfounded. Criticism extends to the project's execution. In October of 2022, members of multiple indigenous tribes were sentenced to death for refusing to leave their village to make way for the Neom megaproject. Tragically, one person was shot dead by security forces in 2020 after he posted videos online opposing the displacement of local residents. The future is a canvas of endless possibilities, painted with the strokes of human ingenuity and ambition. Saudi Arabia's linear city, a bold venture under the Neom initiative, exemplifies this vision. If realized, it promises to redefine urban living with its futuristic design and cutting-edge technology. However, the project's feasibility remains uncertain, hinging on unproven technologies, immense financial investments, and the resolution of significant environmental and social challenges. The linear city is not just a dream, but a test of our collective ability to push the boundaries of what's possible. Its success or failure will offer valuable lessons for future urban development projects worldwide. And now we'd like to hear from you. Would you consider living in a linear city like this one? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more.